Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from whichever part of the world you are. A very warm welcome to Empowered You, Kala Natrajan ke saath. Before I begin, I would like to thank all the viewers who have taken out their special time to view this show. 10 News Live is a beautiful platform to know the stories of different people from different walks of life. Today we have with us a very special guest. But before I introduce him, I'd like to introduce myself to you. My name is Kala Natrajan, and I'm author and co-author of 18 books. I'm a motivational speaker, twice TEDx speaker, and founder of the program called Empowered You, through which I help people build their strength and resilience and help them build their self-worth so much that they are able to achieve all their goals and win in life. So today we have with us Sunil Gogia. Sunil Gogia is a businessman turned spray paint artist. He conducts workshops and people love his workshops. He is a twice or thrice TEDx speaker, and he's also invited by high profile colleges to give lectures and motivate the students. So I would like a very warm welcome to you, Sunil Goyaji. How are you? Would you like to say
Oh,
something to welcome our audience?
oh, fantastic. Thank you for the lovely introduction. Yes, you're right. I have always been a businessman all my life. We were into family business, and there were certain circumstantial changes in my journey in life that made me turn to spray painting. So, thank you, and happy to be here.
Me too, happy to be here.
Yeah.
So, may I, Sunil ji, can I call you Sunil?
Yes, please. I'll prefer that.
Sunil, what made you turn from a businessman into a spray paint artist? Viewers are keen to know that.
Yeah, so yes, it's a bit of a sad story, so to say, because I was a businessman and a fairly successful businessman doing family business, which was moving upwards all the time. But somewhere after about 40 years of being into the business, there came a difficult period when business started slowing down, and we started, experiencing shades of darkness in our business, and feeling the pinch where the turnovers were falling, and we were losing customers, and it just went on until it came to a stage when the downfall was so severe that I had to start selling off my savings. I had to start selling off household items, and I had to start to take care of my children's education and other things which were ripe at that time. I had to come to a stage when probably even my house would have been going for a sale, and that's the time when I started looking for external strength, going into visiting religious places and going into religious sermons and trying to calm down in life. And ultimately I got on to the Buddhism of Nichiren Daishonin, and that really changed my life, and that really made me connect with myself, so to say, and something that I always longed to do all my life since childhood. I got an opportunity to do that. Because my business failed, I moved on to experimenting and exploring art, which I always wanted to do in the earlier days of my life. And that's where I got connected with spray cans. In fact, I became a distributor of the spray cans, and by virtue of being a distributor of the spray cans, sorry, See, these are the spray cans that we use to do art, you know. So, by virtue of being a distributor of these spray cans, I had to do a lot of demonstrations trying to sell the spray cans, and that's what got me connected with the art form, and that's where the spray paint artist was born.
Wow, it's a wonderful journey, Sunil, I must say. So, Sunil, what what exactly do you do by painting? Means what? I mean, what sketches do you do?
Okay.
Is it like
Yeah. So generally, the spray cans came into being around the 1980s, and the first thing that people started doing with the spray cans was doing graffiti on the walls. Now, graffiti has a bad name. Initially, like, you know, people, there was a wow factor about it, that straight away you pick up the can and you start painting on the walls. But then, if you're do painting on the walls which are not designated for art, it gets termed as vandalism. Okay. Now, I never wanted to go into that kind of an art. I started doing graffiti on canvas. I started doing graffiti on, you can see the pictures behind in my studio. So I started doing art on certain paper. You know, I had to discover for myself what's the kind of paper I have to use. Every art form has a different medium on which it works best. You know, the paper I had to start learning what kind of paper I have to buy, what kind of paper I have to use my spray cans on. These are acrylic spray paints, and they dry very quickly. So I had to start learning and trying to discover how to use these spray cans. Now, once I had learned how to use these spray cans, I started getting inquiries. Sir, will you teach us this art form? Now, since I was self-taught, I said yes. Why not? I teach other people also how to use these spray cans. For the first 3 years, I concentrated on trying to work and understand it myself. In the very first year, I did two exhibitions, and they were very successful exhibitions. There's one exhibition that I did in Mumbai, and there was one another exhibition which I did in Delhi. And the moment I did exhibitions, the newspapers and the media started, catching, trying to understand from me what I was doing, because I was the first in India who was doing something like this. So I had newspapers calling to me and asking for interviews and wanting to know what my art form was all about. And once I got that kind of inquiries, it started spreading. It started spreading, like, even the electronic media started covering me. CNBC and the yeah, yeah. So CNBC also, and even the other news channels, they started covering me. And then I started getting inquiries from IITs and IIMs across India. So IITs and IIMs were holding their annual festivals every year. Like we have Malhar, say Xavier's College of in Mumbai, and we have the other colleges, like, uh, waves being done by Bits Pilani in Goa. So these people started calling me and wanted me to do workshops at their annual festivals. So it was like, going and visiting campuses and meeting the younger generation was a totally different experience. So of course, sometimes they had questions for me. Ke, why would I, from the IIM college, wanting to learn art? But then I explained to them, look, you're going to be working so hard in life that somewhere later on, art and culture is going to be your savior. You'll be really working very, very hard. So music and art, and getting to understand these kind of stress busters is going to help you. So that's how IITs and IIMs wanted me to have invite me for their festivals. Dignity Foundations, the seniors wanted me to do demos for them. I did demos for them as well. Then the corporates also started contacting me, like Mac Cosmetics and Audi and 77 Entertainment event companies. They started asking me to visit them and do workshop or do team building activities with them. Cafes were inviting me to do art with them during their happy hours periods. When there was like scope for me to attract people, and it was like win-win for them and for me too, to do some kind of small workshops. Schools, I started doing arts, these kind of workshops in schools as well, partnering with Hindustan Times. Then IGT, India's Got Talent, invited me over to do a 3 minute workshop. Sorry, a 3 minute audition, which I did for them as well. And then came TEDx talks. So I did three TEDx talks. The first one was in HR college, then Symbiosis in Bangalore, and Marwar University. So that's me.
Wow, this is like a dream come true. Am I right?
Yeah, yeah.
You
So
are a celebrity.
fine, fine.
Yeah. So, Sunil, taking this further, you teach spray painting and conduct workshops also. Am I right?
Yes, that's right.
Who are your targeted clients? I mean, are they children, or do you cater only to children or elderly or all? Can you throw some light on that?
Yes. So it's like this, like the younger generation, obviously, younger generation, I mean, teenagers and above, are very busy with their catching up with their careers. Whereas the children are in the learning stage. And then we have housewives who are free after their, homemaking and all that. They are free to attend these kind of classes. And very often, when they would come and attend my classes, they would tell me, "Oh, I did art when I was in school, and after that, I never had time to do it again." So now is the time for them to learn something new from me, which I thought is like, uh, since I have learned from somebody else, I thought I must pass it on to people who are interested in my art and learn from me. Then the senior citizen again have a lot of time, their retirement age, and I thought again they are a very good target audience for my workshops.
Yeah. So, I've got a message from one of my Empowered You clients. She's asking that from a businessman you turned into a spray paint artist, that to a celebrity one. And so, how did you get into speaking, and how did you hone your skills to get into the level of TEDx talk, that to three TEDx talks?
So, see, I have done, while in my college days, I have done public speaking. I was in the junior JCs, and we used to have these public speaking classes. So, I have done these public speaking classes at that time in the 70s when I was in college. Apart from that, I have also attended a course by MILT, which was again a public speaking kind of a course, where I got my confidence of talking to people. Now, believe me, initially when I started doing my workshops, I would actually write down my entire speech. I would actually write down what I wanted to teach people who came to learn from me. But the going was so quick, like, I was jumping from one talk to another, and then going from one workshop to another, and doing demos and talking to people. And since I was a businessman, and since I was in marketing, talking to people was came to me quite easily. So that's how I got the confidence of public speaking and talking in public. And I had seen these spray paint artists working on the streets. Now, their idea of doing art out there in the open was, why should art be restricted only to galleries? And why not in front of audiences where people can actually see your art opening up, right in front of your eyes? And with that kind of motivation, I was able to hone my skills into speaking. And it is so easy to talk about your own life journey, and it is so enjoyable to talk about your own life journey. I'm not narrating somebody else's story. Since I'm narrating my own story, it comes from the heart.
Wow. And do you conduct exhibitions only in India or outside India also?
Well, I actually have been doing exhibitions only in India, but I have my children out there in Canada, and when I go there, my daughter has been doing a lot of painting with me while we were together. Right now, both my daughter and son, their families are all out there, and it's a great pleasure for me to be doing art with my little granddaughter. She's only 11 and a half now, and I do art with her, and she, having learned from me, got a lot of motivational calls, and got a lot of interested buyers wanting to see her art. And she did some kind of garage sale, and it was a very nice successful thing that she did. And well, yes, I have not been able to exhibit outside, but through my granddaughter, I have seen something like that happening, which is totally, satisfying.
I'm getting goosebumps, Sunil, hearing your story.
Okay, okay.
Okay, Sunil. Sunil, you took participated in Kala Goda festival, and also I don't know
Uh,
the full story. Can you narrate to us?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
We are so enthusiastic to know.
Yeah. So at Kalagoda, Adit Thakreji was organizing cultural Sundays, and during those cultural Sundays, artists had been invited from various, and even there were artists coming from JJ School of Arts, and then there was a cartoon drawing, cartoonist. He was there, and lots of other celebrity artists were invited to be part of the cultural Sundays, and I was amongst them. And I took my spray cans over there and did live shows. And I was lucky that on one of the Sundays, Aditya Thakreji, and then later on even the tourism minister, he had come over, and I did live pictures in front of them. And having done them, I presented them to the celebrities. Yes, I was part of the cultural Sundays.
Wow! Congratulations for that big
Thank you.
victory.
Thank you.
So Sunil, you have been. Did you do a live interview in NDTV and CNBC?
Yes, yes. So,
So they
like I
themselves approached you for the interview.
it was like since I was getting a lot of coverage from the newspapers, the TV people also. I think I sent them a letter talking about my art, and they said, "Okay, we want to. How does your art form work?" I said, "My art form is totally different from all the other art forms that exist. Where drawing, sketching, and that kind of uh, work is involved. Whereas in my art form, there is no drawing and sketching. I just pick up the can, I rattle my can, and I start making a painting." So they said, "How can you make a painting in just 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and so on and so forth?" So I said, "All right, come over to my studio, come over to my workshop, and I'll show you how it works." So they came over, and I did some live painting in front of them. And yes, there was a wow factor. And they had their cameraman, and they had their team who interviewed me and who saw me doing my art live in front of them. So that's how it was. And talking about the coverage that I got from various newspapers, Times of India has covered me, Bombay Times, then Midday and Afternoon and Robin Age, and some art magazines. So they all covered me, and later on, it's CNBC and NDTV who also took my interviews, and they're there on the channels. They are there on Google. Yeah.
Nice. So, Sunil, how is the response when you hold these exhibitions? Are they really amazing?
The exhibitions are, like little. Sometimes it's a little lukewarm. Lots of people are not aware of spray paint art, and I don't know. Probably it's they look for results that they see in the conventional art form. So probably from that point of view, spray paint art gives results which are different from the conventional art forms that would give the kind of pictures. So from that point of view, the response from buyers is a little lukewarm. However, I have had my share of fame from people who want to do, let's say, custom work. So when they give me custom work to do with my spray cans and with the help of techniques, I can do spray paint art, which looks pretty much as good as any other art form as far as the results are concerned. In fact, I have done some painting for celebrities there. This one over there, that's Farhan Akhtar. One of his movies was shot partially in my house, and that was a painting that I did for him with spray cans. And pictures like that can be done with spray cans by using stencil art. Now, stencil art also is a very complicated art, and I had to learn it the hard way, and it took me a long time to master stencil art. Now, the picture that I showed you is a 10 layered stencil, and getting the layers right, one on top of the other. What should be layer number one, and what should be layer number two, and so on and so forth. And then finally getting a picture to give you a perfect looking portrait takes a lot of effort, or maybe the picture out there up on top. So getting that kind of perfection with layering was something that I had to understand and practice over and over and over again, making mistakes and spoiling a painting and then reworking on it and so on and so forth. But learning is always fun when you achieve what you really want to achieve, maybe with a little bit of stumbling blocks here and there. Ultimately, when you achieve what you want to achieve, it's a great satisfaction. Yeah.
Sunil, I just remembered, that aha moment which you had, the eureka moment. Remember that once during midnight you suddenly started painting at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
So we are thrilled to know that.
Yeah. So, like, when I started my painting, it was like I was always doing paintings which were very simple, like this, just a moon. Now, this actually happens to be my very first painting, and very close to my heart. So, although it is so. I have my date here. Yeah, on 4th March 2009. You know, on 4th March 2009, I made this painting. Can you see the date there? No.
Yeah, yeah, we can see. Lower
Okay.
it little bit. Lower it. Ha 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 ha. We can see.
Sorry, I'm getting all confused how I should be. There it is.
Yeah, yeah. We had a good view of it.
Yeah. So on 4th March 2009, this is the very first painting that I made. And after I made this painting, I showed it to my children. And the moment I saw it, I said, "Wow, Papa, this is fantastic!" So, all over the world, the other spray paint artists are doing paintings of space, and I moved on from space when I had my first exhibition in Delhi. I moved on from space and I started doing something different. Like I made a painting of Taj Mahal, and I started doing paintings of other the things. See, for example, this one again is a space painting. Okay, so one of the larger ones in space art. And like I said, all over the world, people, street artists are doing paintings of space and different, it's surrealistic. So I wanted to move out of that and do something different. And I remember in my in the exhibition, there was an art teacher who came in. I think she was from UK, and she saw my art, and I was sitting outside while she was looking at my art in the gallery, and she asked me, "Okay, who's the artist?" I said, "Well, I am the artist." She said, "Your work is very nice." And all over the world, spray paint artists are doing only space art. And considering that you're doing something other than space art, is very encouraging and very nice. She congratulated me and motivated me to doing more and more different kind of work. So yeah, that's how it is.
So, Sunil, you've had a very fulfilling career, kind of a professional career, with
Yeah.
your spray painting and your TEDx talks and workshops, everything. Viewers want to know what's your mission in life now.
So, talking about mission, um, I would like to teach this art form. Though all the other art forms, like I said, since I was probably a pioneer in spray paint art, and since I have almost like dedicated all my time to doing this art and teaching this art, I would like others to take up from me whatever I have learned. So, very honestly and very sincerely, I pass on the information that I have learned the hard way, making it very simple for the learners to understand the art form. So, my mission is that as many as youngsters or whoever wants to, there are people who want to do internship with me. There are people who want to learn this art form and stick to this art form. And there are curious learners as well who just want to understand what this art form is. Now, this art form is so versatile that not only can the art form be used for creating pictures, but it can also, the medium is so versatile that you can use it for doing art on furniture, you can do art on walls, you can do art on various objects. So I want people to learn and probably take it forward, and do something that I have not done, or something that others have not done. So my mission is to teach them the basics about the art form, and sometimes I learn from my own students. I teach children who are 9 years and above, so that they can hold the can. Sometimes very small children can't even hold the can, so they struggle to press the nozzle. And then I tell them, okay, don't press the nozzle maybe straight away. You can always press it with your thumb. So then they use the nozzle by pressing it with their thumb, to apply pressure. And I show them the right way of doing it, so that once they've learned, these small children sometimes, what I've shown them, they come up with an idea. Sir, can I do it this way? And then I learn from them that, oh yeah, by doing it this way, you can get a different effect. So art is something, it's a give and take. If I give, I get back something as well. It's not just give and give, but it's also a give and take. I get back something out of my gesture of uh, passing it on. So my mission is that lots
Knowledge
of people.
shared is knowledge gained.
Yes, yes, yeah. So my probably a message to everybody who's been listening to my talk would be, uh, it's not at all difficult to live your dream. So I have been able to live my dream. Of course, it came to me in a totally different form. Like, I had, when my business shut down, I moved into art. But then at that time, the streams were very few. The streams were so few that it was just arts, science, and commerce. Okay. Today we have so many streams. If you want to learn something, there are people out there to teach you. So similarly, while spray paint art is not so much spread out here in our city or in our country, I'd love to teach it to all those who want to learn from me.
Very inspiring indeed, Sunil.
Yeah.
Any other thing you would like to talk about?
Well, I like I said, I keep repeating that not only art, anything else that you want to do in life is achievable. It's just that you got to set your mind to it, and go ahead and do it. And I can see that kind of things happening in your life too, having known you. So I know how things work. Once you've dedicatedly worked towards achieving what you want to achieve, it is possible. It's just that you got to set your mind, yes, I want to do it. Go ahead and do it, and you can achieve it.
Amazing, Sunil. A big thanks to you for coming on this show. It was a privilege to have you here. Would definitely love to know more about you some other time. Thank you, team, for helping with the technical part. Thank you, viewers, for coming on the show. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.
Thank
And
you. Thank you, Kala. Thank you, 10 News, for having me. I enjoyed doing this interview. Thank you so much.
yes, thank you, Sanjeev, for all the lovely comments. Sunil, Sanjeev has commented that he will definitely follow you,
Oh,
and also
lovely.
commented about me that my shows are always good.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Sunil's show is over now. So, when you want to pursue your dreams, when you want to pursue your passions, when you have a passion, do not be, lax. Go after it. Take action. Without action, nothing you can achieve in this world. Keep your goals in your mind all the time. Keep working towards it. Keep smaller goals. When you have a big goal, break it into smaller goals. Keep taking action, action, action. Action is your main way to achieve your goals, and you will definitely achieve them. Nothing is impossible in this world. You can make impossible into possible by working hard. All the great people and all the successful people who have achieved the summit in success have taken action, pursued after their dreams. Not that they did not fail, they failed several times, but they learned from their mistakes and tried not to repeat. Bye, and you rock.